Welcome, everybody. We're here with Paul Gore with the Houston Asian Chamber of Commerce. Why don't you give us a little introduction as to what you do for the organization and what you're all about?
Thank you for allowing me to come here and
Absolutely.
be part of this interview. Yes, my name is Paul Gore. I am the Community Development Director at the Asian Chamber of Commerce, and my role is more external. I go around to the community like the evangelist, being able to tell people about the chamber, what the chamber has to offer, and even more so, just an invitation of being able to have them come and experience what the chamber can do for them in their business and in their growth.
Sure. So let's say I'm a small business here in Houston. How would joining the chamber help my business? How would that help me grow?
Good question. So the chamber, our chamber has been around for about 30 years. We started in 1990, and we've been able to be part of the community here in Houston, predominantly the Asian community here in Houston. As a small business owner, our target is for you to come join us and to be able to foster trade. As a small business, you want to grow, and you want to definitely have that opportunity to get to the next level. And having this partnership, and even more so being a member and attending our events, we offer a lot of different programs, a lot of different opportunities of networking. So this helps you grow your business and getting it, the aspect of finding new customers and clients for your business so that you can take it to the next level.
Sure. So as far as how you guys tactically help people, you guys have events, I know. I mean, we had an event here at the ranch before. That was a wonderful event, and we look forward to having you guys back. But is it just events and meeting people? Is it, can people contact you for things? Can they go above and beyond and get pushed out in newsletters? Tell us a little bit more about how it all works.
So, this is great that we have this relationship and how Ranch Office was able to basically sponsor our networking event. This aspect of the networking event allowed people to come to the event to be able to have opportunities to talk to each other. We had a very wonderful time with our members talking, and even I've heard some members following up with each other. So this is a great win-win situation where we were able to use the event and space that you provided,
Right.
and it's allowed our members to be able to collaborate, to discuss what their business is in a very safe and fun environment. Your question about how it also spur opportunities, right? The opportunity to be able to work at building relationships. I think in the business standpoint of building your sales is to provide opportunities to build relationships and to even spur new ones. This venue that you provided, again, was a very strong aspect of having all these events, and not just events like you mentioned in your question. We have different opportunities of luncheons, meeting spaces that we provide at our venue, or actually at our office space that we have. We have a new office that has a conference center to be able to have their board meetings. But even more so, it's an opportunity for luncheons of educational programs that we have. We have different conferences. Okay. This upcoming one that we have is the business conference that's coming up in August the 14th, okay. Wednesday.
Interesting.
So the whole purpose of it is education. There's three components of the chamber that I like to illustrate, and we call it the 3 E's, right? The first E is education, the second E is elevation, and the third E is empowerment. And this aspect of educating our members is helping them understand what's going on in their businesses, in the landscape of the Houston economy and the world economy. Then we have the next one is elevation, where we can bring it to the next level and provide aspects of resources for funding, for growth, for even more so of understanding the business landscape. And the third one is empowerment, where our members are, as a collective whole, can make things happen.
Sure.
We have as you know, we're the Asian Chamber, so we have a lot of Asian members who, as a collective whole, we can be able to do a lot of different things. And the city has really acknowledged that, and they have partnered with us, and because of our relationship for the past 30 years, they've been very supportive, and alongside a lot of corporate members.
Okay, great. What is your typical member company or member individual kind of look like?
Well, it's hard to say because we have three different components of our members.
Okay.
We have the individual level, which are individuals who are just trying to get their foot in the door and on a professional level, growing their professional track. The second one is our small business. And this is probably a large size of it, but it's a typical aspect of small business doing either retail, brick and mortar, or even providing a service or products. And either they're starting up as a small business or they've been around for maybe 20 plus years, right? And then we have our big corporate sponsors who represent a lot of the corporations here in Houston and globally. And they're just here to support it, but even more so, build partners and look for suppliers.
Sure. So thinking about the different communities here in Houston, can everybody leverage the Houston Asian Chamber of Commerce? Is it exclusive to the Asian community? Tell me more about that.
Good question. So even though it's founded 30 years ago with the Asian community and targeted towards the Asian community, we find that different people from different nationalities, different background, different walks of life come to our chamber because one, it fosters a different type of relationship with different people. The Asian community is very strong collectively.
Right.
They have a big, strong buying power. A different aspect of understanding how to do business. They like to save money.
Right.
And people realize that. The outside community come in and come here to look for new opportunities. And we've seen that in all different aspects. Some of the people coming here are different race and descents, and we welcome that because of the fact that, hey, business doesn't happen in Asia, it happens all over the world. And Houston's the actually the biggest diverse city in the U.S., so why not have it where you can come in and build a relationship here with our chamber?
I love that. No, absolutely. Why don't you tell us, can you give us an example of some success stories that you've seen? I'm sure you've been around a lot of these events. You've seen people connecting. You've seen businesses and partnerships form. Tell us about some of the stuff that you've seen happen.
So we've had it where a particular member didn't know about us. I met them at an event, and I asked them, one of the things I asked them is, what do you guys do? And they would normally tell me about their products and service, and it would ring a bell where I see an RFP. Okay. And that RFP is catered to their particular industry. And so I would tell them about the RFP, and they would jump on it. And they found that because I was able to tell them about things that are happening that are opportunities. And so because of that, they were able to win these RFPs. Okay. And they were able to secure a big project. And they didn't have a chance and opportunity to know about it until they kind of met me, right? Right. And so they found value. And all we've done is, and what I've realized is the chamber is a way to look for new opportunities. And my role in the chamber is to understand what you do as a business, and when I find that there's a need for it, I would introduce you to that particular person or that company, and so that you can foster trade. And all we ask is the support with either becoming a member or sponsoring some of our events. And these are the success stories that I've seen where you have a lot of opportunities for organizations, just like yours, the ranch office, where y'all approached us, y'all told us about the different new space that you guys are offering. We saw an opportunity for our members to come and try it out, where they came here to network, to utilize the space and see this particular opportunity to run their business here at your facilities. And it made sense because of the fact that if you had to spend calling time and meeting all the different people and trying to get them to come, where because of our network and our big membership pool, we're able to pull them here and provide that opportunity. So those are great opportunities for our members.
That's great. So let's say I'm an individual or a business who's considering checking out the Houston Asian Chamber of Commerce. Where do I start?
Well, one thing is you can check out our website. That's one thing. And we have our aspect where we understand social media is a very powerful tool. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we're on it, right? But the whole aspect of checking it out is attend an event. We have our events that can be found on our website, and our newsletters that you have. And by going to some of these events, you'll get to see a glimpse of what the chamber can offer. Either going through our networking events, our luncheons that we have, our educational programs that we have with the conferences that we provide, and even our fun gala that we're having at the end of the year. And we expect about 800 people.
Tell us more about that.
So yeah, this event, oh man. So we're celebrating our 29th, and next year will be our 30th, right?
Okay.
When I say 30, we're about there, the 30th year. And this aspect of basically our theme is unifying unity, right?
Okay.
And we're having our mayor coming in as being our keynote speaker. And we'll have some other people who will be honoring. But this is our time of celebration. One, the 29 years that the Asian Chamber has existed, and even more so, allowing key supporters to come in and network among each other. The reason why we say 800 is because we want 80 tables to be filled up. And these are opportunities for our sponsor, our supporters, our individual members to come in and experience the celebration, but even more so to show a unified support. And the other aspect of it is inviting our other chambers who have gone off to do other things from the different chambers that we have around, to say, hey, we're one city unified.
Right.
And the whole aspect of having our mayor here is to really just bring the whole city together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fun event.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the whole ranch office team will be there.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm
Interesting.
sure they will.
Well, thank you, Paul, for the time.
Oh, yes.
If you guys have any more questions, you guys can reach out to them directly. We'll post their website and social media stuff, and feel free to reach out to them to inquire or learn more about membership.
Yeah, and I appreciate this time here. Thank you.
Thanks.